of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, the podcast that'll put some pamplemousse in your juicy
Finish it.
Okay, no.
It's not how it's done.
Jane, no.
People need to know what's happening when we start off.
That's a different podcast.
Sorry if you jumped into this podcast to listen to this with your family or with loved ones.
Jake's been working in OnlyFans for too long, so it's just seeping.
Yeah. Only $9.99.
And all you get, it's literally just me making noises like that. Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. I'm Jacob Bashan. That's Caleb Dowdall.
Sell that.
Hello.
How you doing, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you doing, Jake?
Good. Did that turn you on?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, not too much.
Yeah, everyone close your eyes for a
I
second.
have a
and just
doublet for sure.
I just want to know if this one noise does anything to anyone. And just raise your hands. Eyes closed. Raised hands. We don't. Oh, Michael's actually doing it. No one. Oh no, everyone's doing it.
I want you or Caleb.
I'll say anything. Yes.
Alternate. See which one's better.
You want us to do a gasm off?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Everyone close your eyes.
I was not expecting to do this.
Here we go. Okay.
It's the improv game.
Here we go. The problem is they can hear the direction it's coming from.
Yeah, they're going to know straight away. We have very different voices as well.
Yeah.
How about Caleb? Caleb closes his eyes and he has to assign whoever.
We're going to go, oh, fuck yeah. All right. Jesus Christ. Are we actually doing this?
Yeah,
we
let's
can
do it.
switch.
If Caleb closes his eyes, he has to guess who did what.
What?
If Caleb,
I guess I could.
if Caleb closes his
With
eyes,
the headphones on.
he could guess
We're all
who.
going to do it, and Caleb has to
Yeah,
guess.
okay, yeah, that's better.
Great,
Okay,
amazing.
so close your eyes, Caleb. One person's going to do it. I'll point at someone, they can do it, and then you have to guess the name, and then we'll just keep going.
I'm going
until we're all
to
done.
turn my headphones up real loud as well, just to like ensure the fairness of this.
By the way, you're listening to the dulcet tones of Luke Sykes,
Oh, yeah.
the orgasmic tones of Hercules Mays, the beautiful tones of Michael Briganti,
I'm not going to give it away yet.
the absolute
mine.
fucked, cursed tones of Daelyn Lester-Serafini,
Yeah.
and the sweaty tones of Danielle Butlin.
Uh-huh.
I am in for a treat already. That was a tantalizing first course.
Okay. Well, get ready because your mouth is about to be filled with the main course. And you wait till you find out what's for dessert.
Put your hands above the table, Caleb.
Welcome back to your first full episode, Herc.
God.
Okay, here we go. Quiet on set, please. I'm going to point to someone. We're going to get an orgasm noise. Caleb, you're going to say the name and we're going to move on in quick succession. In 3, 2, 1.
Michael. Luke. Daelyn? Danny. Daelyn. Oh, that kind of spiked on my ears. I think maybe Michael? I think that was a Daelyn over to Luke. Danny. Oh. Okay. Danny, Luke. I didn't hear any.
I did 3.
Yeah.
You were going pretty good and then you fucked up.
Every single time I thought I did it, you thought I was one of the girls.
Oh, really? Yeah. Story of my
I
life.
was using my higher range.
You guys very easy to pick out. Especially you, Michael, with the most recognized.
Well,
And you've heard Luke come before, so...
Yeah. He was pretty quick with each of mine guesses.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's going to be our improv game. Let's get a tasty trivia treat.
Welcome to this week's episode of Trivia Treats.
It's a pound. It's a tasty.
What is my favorite magic spell and why?
Fireball, because it has the highest chances of killing all of your friends in one go.
No.
No, that's not my favorite.
Caleb's favorite spell and why? Enlarge, reduce.
Change shape.
Is it the clone spell so you can go fuck yourself?
Simulacrum.
Simulacrum. Yeah, I actually like that answer, but no.
message so that you wouldn't need your phone
And you
anymore.
wouldn't smash it.
That will be handy. I'm liking these answers, but no.
Gift of gabs, because you say so much naff shit that you want to take it back.
No.
Tasha's hideous laughter, so you can actually make people laugh.
All right, we're getting into some darker territory.
Is it commands that you can use command word?
Absorb elements so you can absorb elements so you can protect yourself from that burn.
My emotions.
Sorry, what were you saying, Herc?
I was saying, is it commands that you can use command word shit and have someone shit themselves or come?
This is turning into a roast.
Yeah, I really opened myself up to this. I might call. I'll get one more roast and then I'll close it down.
Is it feeble mind so everyone's at the same?
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say heat metal. So
it is your favorite.
Oh.
Yeah,
So I could create an in-game air fryer.
That's
Okay.
again not an air fryer. That is an oven.
Yeah.
Or
What if I get a small little metal box and cast
And then put a fan on it.
yeah.
That's a convection oven.
No,
It's Caleb's spell. He'll use it the way he
Yeah.
wants.
it depends on the dimensions of the box, depending on what it's in.
But isn't the feature that it's air, like an air?
Okay, we have talked about air fryers enough on this podcast. I hate to pull the producer card, but no, I
this
genuinely
was a
like to know what
D&D
everyone's.
podcast?
Thank you, Herc. You're back. I'd love to get people's favorite spells real quick, since this is a bit of a loosey goosey thing. Oh, that has been trivia treat. Yeah. So what's everyone's? It's not really trivia.
Yeah.
It is trivia. Everyone knows now what my favorite spell is and why. You guys didn't know, and now you do.
That's true.
If anyone would
that
ever
it's
ask
trivia.
you that, now you know.
So what's everyone else's favorite spell?
I think
Spell or cantrip?
Well, a cantrip is a spell, right?
DMs all cringed.
Cantrips are spells.
Technically, there are 0-level spells.
Yeah, they're spells.
I would say one that I would actually want would be like prestidigitation because you can just so much do some.
So fucking.
You can shit your pants, you can vomit, you can come, and you clean it all up.
You can do so much.
Disguise self. Man, that'd be so fun.
That would be a real useful one.
Or no, I think from like playing a druid, like beast shift, like
But is that spell?
beast shape. Oh no, it's more just a trait, isn't it?
Yeah.
Polymorph.
Polymorph. There we go. Oh, but then wait,
You take
I
in the
always
mental
forget.
characteristics.
When you get
True
stupid.
polymorph.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, then I don't.
So all those pics of yours? No.
No.
No. Let us white men tell you no. Jesus Christ. What are we going to do?
Jake, what's your favorite spell then?
I really like, as a serious answer, I really like mirror image when it's done properly. As a silly answer, enlarge and reduce, because I want my winky to be adaptable to different, things. I want to be able to fuck a teapot.
It's not versatile enough, your dick.
Yeah.
Have you gone into situations where you're like, fuck, my
Yeah.
dick isn't the right size for this specific situation?
There are certain holes.
Yeah.
When I wear a Speedo, you
Yeah.
know, I'd
Oh,
like
okay.
it to look
Yeah.
bigger,
Yeah.
especially when it's cold.
I'm projecting a very specific image of myself, aren't I?
You are. And it's
That's fine. If this is what people get. You meet me in real life, I'm actually not this.
I guided missile.
This is guide. What's
Was the missile one that always hits? Thank you, that one.
Cool.
Because imagine sitting there and a fly's flying about and you're just like, fuck off. and
Okay,
then
yeah.
the fly and kills it. But prestidigitation would be fucking.
Yeah.
All around useful.
Silence would be handy.
Either shillelagh or legend lore.
Legend lore. Oh, yeah.
Just know everything about a thing.
Yeah.
Just know all the things about a thing.
It's called Wikipedia.
The summon fey creature, whatever that is. That'd be fun.
Summon woodland beast.
yeah.
I think most spells would be pretty cool to have in real life.
Yeah.
I
What's a spell that would be shit, though? Yeah, Danny?
like in game, I always really love using guiding bolt because it always does so much more damage than it should.
Yeah.
But like in real life, I think like speak with what is it? Animals?
Animals, yeah. Speak with plants.
Or like tongues
Yeah, of
or
course.
something would just be
Say
rad.
tongues.
Tongues
know
are-
every
like
single
that would be
fucking
so
language.
cool.
Yeah.
Surprised nobody picks.
We'll take a minute to appreciate Jake's.
I don't know if anyone else.
Wait, what?
You want wish is
Wait.
kind of a cop-out answer, though.
It is a cop-out answer.
What's the cop-out answer?
Wish.
I was just surprised nobody went for it.
I think everyone knows that
'Cause we
like
don't
if
like
you wish
Deus
for
Ex
something,
Machinas.
there's going to be some fucking terrible interpretation of
Monkey's
it.
paw.
Well, because
Like
it's not
that,
a genie's wish, though.
Oh,
Yeah, but you got to be
fate
careful
a
with your
cruel
words, right?
mistress.
If you like,
Yeah.
it's always.
But
you
if
know,
you have unlimited wishes, then you could just wish it back, right?
I guess. But I mean, what's the
Have
movie
you
with?
not seen the movie Bedazzled?
No,
That's
I
what I
haven't,
was gonna
actually.
say. That one.
Oh, you should watch it. It's a great film.
It's a very good,
film.
Brendan Fraser
Yeah.
and
Liz Hurley.
Liz Hurley.
Yeah, Elizabeth
Yeah.
Hurley. Yeah. Really good film. Well,
Speaking of good films,
Speaking of anything away from that.
Hang on. Did you just try to throw us to a...
No.
Did you just say speaking of film?
You were going speaking of, and I was going to offer that up
films,
for you.
there's a D&D
Tie it
film
in.
coming out. D&D, let's play D&D.
There you go. You get it? You did it.
I appreciate you.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, Azorith came clean. Aired his dirty laundry. I love the stack that's on this. Turns out he'd betrayed the whole party. This asshole was in on it the whole time.
Get a
Saved
voice.
the children. He didn't care about the children. He was instructed to get you guys out of Beal. Who gave the order, he doesn't know. Turns out he's been in Beal for 2 years, yes, but on a mission for Severe. All he knew was that he had to wait for orders, and those orders were, get you guys out of Beal. He reckons that something is going to happen in Beal. He's not too sure why, but you realize that you guys have to get there very quick, and this is why Azorith did not want to bring the children with you. After some deliberation, you decided to trust Azorith and bring him along and go to Beal and see what was happening. He figured that maybe Etterath had been the mole and was the one giving his orders, because the timing seemed a little bit fishy on his disappearance. You also thought that maybe Headmistress Eowyn or possibly Nim could be the mole, but you guys don't know. You do know that if you can get the voice of the traitor heard by Azorith, he will be able to recognize it and let you guys know. So with that, you decide to leave the children in Kron, figuring that it would probably be safer because you didn't know what you're going to come across. And you started making your way to Beal. You sent a message to Etterath to see if he was okay. Turns out he was.
You up?
You up?
Yeah, baby.
Same goes for Headmistress Eowyn. No signs of trouble. You ran through the night and in the early morning arrived to Beal. But the mist didn't dissipate, or at least you didn't think that it had at first. What you thought was mist was actually smoke. Beal was on fire. As you were at the city gates, 2 figures approached you, clad in all black. They shouted... What did they shout, Jake?
They were like, fucking gonna
They're back.
kill
They're
you.
back, yeah.
Kill you guys. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Etterath.
Shady's back.
And they attacked you. Luckily, an old friend showed up. Etterath appeared from behind and skillfully took out the attackers, which leads us into today's episode.
2 hours earlier, in a very modest little homestead, we see a thatched roof. We see a small plume of smoke coming out right on the edge of where the mists kind of meet Beal. We find a small cottage made from timbers, possibly steel wood, possibly not. Inside, camera kind of swoops in, and we see Mistress Eowyn slipping on shoes, standing, giving Sax the Vidalcan a kiss on the cheek, kind of waving and going, "You have a good day, Pierre-Loup. Pierre-Loup." She walks out the door and makes her way to Ball's Academy. Sax I'm saying with as much gravitas as possible.
Still the dumbest name.
And then the next word I say is Sax. Kind of turns to you, Etterath, as you sit in their little kitchen. Do you like the tea?
Oh, no, it's lovely. And you two are fucking adorable.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. We've been together a little while. Yes. Thank you for checking in on Pierre-Loup.
I mean, I feel a little bad since I was sort of the one that, yeah.
You freed the creature. Do not be ashamed. And Pierre-Loup seems happy. You look across and Pierre-Loup is kind of sitting in kind of slightly better fitting clothes than before. Welts where the roots were in his skin still there, like Neo fresh out of the pod there. And he's kind of just looks to be playing with what appears to be like a bit of Hessian cloth. He's kind of folding it over in his hand and feeling the roughness and kind of making it open and close its mouth. Pierre-Loup. Like he's playing with a hand puppet.
Hey, you're doing well there, buddy.
Pierre-Loup.
Yeah. Are you able to say anything else?
And Sax goes, yes, you can do it. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome.
Pierre-Loup. Sax kind of shrugs and says he's doing the best he can. Not showing much signs, but he's definitely happy.
You know what? That's debatably the most important thing. In time, he'll come around, hopefully. Are you sure he hasn't said anything, mutterings in his sleep, something?
She looks at you and she says, I don't monitor him in his sleep, but not from what we can tell. He does have nightmares. That is a definite. But between the two of us, we haven't discerned any kind of language or... Sax looks at you and says, I have taken a lot of time off. Yarwin has recalled all the bailmen. Do you know when your friends would return? Bucky is a crucial key element to this, to us being a complete force.
Oh no, I got a message from them last night saying that they'd be here soon.
Right. I think Yarwin said she also got a message from Agenar, yes.
But also, knowing those fucks might be dead before they get here.
Right. That's not a good thing. I don't know why you...
No, but it's an unfortunate reality.
Well, I have my fingers... Bucky is quite capable. I believe that Bucky will make it through.
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't talking about him.
The others.
Mostly the turtle.
Right.
He has a tendency to get himself into trouble he can't get out of.
Right. I know turtles, when they fall on their back, they can't kind of...
It's fucking hilarious seeing him do that.
Has that happened with him?
It happened once and it was fucking hilarious.
Right. Do you mind looking after Pierup? I have a few things I need to do.
Of course.
And Sax kind of gets up and heads out through the back of the cottage into... around the backside and into the town there.
I put a little bit of whiskey in my tea once she leaves.
Pierre kind of looks over as you does that. He looks over as you does that. As you do that, and Pierre points to the whiskey.
No, that's not for you. That's
Pierre.
No. No.
And he goes, please.
Oh fuck! Now I got okay. Just a little bit. Don't tell Yarwin or Sax I gave this to you.
Sips it and goes, thank you. Hands it back.
No problem there, buddy.
You spend the next little while hanging out with Pierup, and you notice him having lucid moments where he's no longer childlike or Pokemon-like, where he kind of stops and his face assumes more of a calm, more of a contemplative calm, and he would go to the window and kind of look out and look up, squint with like a Clint Eastwood kind of 1,000-yard stare, shake his head and kind of trot back over to touching things, to experiencing textures and things like that. Going to the stove and just sniffing like he's testing all his senses out.
What did you see?
Pierup, he looks at you, shakes his head a little bit like, what?
Never mind, just keep going. Watch out for that one, it's hot. Holds
out his hand, stares you in the eye and kind of points his finger towards it.
You want
extends his finger across.
Kids gotta learn. Hurts, doesn't it? Now you know not to do it again.
They hurt me.
Who hurt you?
Looks out at the window, looks up at the sky. Pierup grins again. So at this point, after around an hour or so, there are footsteps. The back door opens. Sax comes running in. Something is happening. There are people in the town. There are people storming the town hall.
How many?
Surrounding Beal, the balls of 12 that I counted.
Cool. I got 12 corpses to deal with.
Right. She goes to Pierup and kind of lifts him up and says, Pierup, we're going to head out on a little bit of an adventure. Follow, please. Pierup kind of stumbles along. Etterath, you run out of Mr. Yarwin and Sax's cottage. You make your way along the back side of these buildings and you start to see smoke billowing out from near where the Balls Academy is. As you trot towards the main street, you see people running off the main street, people kind of partially, people screaming. You do see what appears to be shadowy kind of figures moving through. You count roughly between like 7 and 10. And as these shadowy figures move through, you do see arrows kind of whip across. You hear people shouting. You hear from the Balls Academy, you hear like a quiet kind of like a siren going up and down and up and down. As you get to the edge here, you spot 2 shadowy figures kind of run past you. And they seem to be running to the edge of the field there. You glance across and you do see the figures of 5 or so, 6 individuals kind of walking out from the mists there.
Oh, fuck. No, you don't, motherfuckers. Come on.
Excellent. As you dart towards these figures, you can see from the back, these dark enemies appear to be, one of them appears to be Vidalcan, one of them appears to be Dragonborn, but they are wearing garments that don't quite seem to fit right. Garments that are not designed for creatures of that size or that build, especially the Dragonborn. And as they're running towards your friends, you dart forward. And as we heard last episode,
Count one more, motherfuckers!
we cut back to you guys, Etterath, having dropped these two creatures. You can see as the smoke kind of moves aside, what you do see is what looks to be two black-clad individuals all the way up the other end in the town hall, and they appear to be standing at the door. One of them's got a bow and arrow, one of them's got a sword, and they appear to be just fending off anyone that dares go to the town hall. You look across and you see what appears to be the Bowls Academy on fire from the inside. You hear shouting and screaming. You see students pouring out. As the students pour out, they are peppered with arrows. And they drop to the ground. 3 of them drop to the ground dead. You hear a voice inside say, "Leave none alive!" As they're moving through. I just realized we forgot to fucking shout out Alex. I even had his details right here.
Hey, Alex. Here's your shout out.
Hey,
Much
number one fan of the show,
related.
friend of Alex, close personal friend and coworker of mine. Fucking love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending us such a sweet Christmas present.
We're going to interrupt this combat thing. You sent us a beautiful Christmas present, a little Mind Flayer miniature.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I posted it on socials. But Alex, you guys can follow him. He's on Twitter. He is Praetor _Zeno, Praetor _ZEN0. Alex is a journalist, like a game journalist, game designer. Wonderful person.
He's been designing his own board game right now. From a little bit I've seen, dude, fucking it is nuts.
Nice.
It's fucking nuts.
Speaking of fucking nuts, back to the battle. You guys see, the town hall appears to be guarded by these shadowy figures. There appears to be things happening in balls. You see people running. What would you guys like to do with Etterath in front?
Azorith, this is Etterath. Etterath, our friend Azorith.
Charmed to meet you.
Great, what the fuck's going on?
City's burning.
Nope, not him.
While they're
What are you fucking? Wait, hold on. What the fuck do you mean by that?
Never mind. Let's deal with that later.
Someone to fuck.
While they're doing that, can I examine? Can I investigate one of the bodies to see if they have any insignia or anything on their clothing?
Yeah, you can make a real quick investigation check if you wish. Yeah.
That is 18.
18. With an 18, you investigate these bodies. You don't find any insignia, but you do find just a very simple chain necklace you kind of grab onto. Would you like to take it?
Yes.
Okay. You break the chain necklace, and as the chain necklace comes off, this facade of a Dragonborn drops, and you see what appears to be a human underneath. You do the same for the Vidalcan. They are also human.
Probably not thanks to me. This one is off my shoulders.
Well,
I was hoping it was a Dragon Ball.
clearly someone wants someone else to take the blame for this battle, and I would assume this is severe, but we don't have time. We have to go deal with this. We have to go help.
Yes, to the balls.
Okay.
It's time to go.
Run.
Balls deep.
Azorith pulls out his wand.
Go balls deep.
To go balls deep.
Yeah.
I want to look at the what's closer, balls or town hall?
Balls are closer. Balls are closer. A lot more chaos and shit is happening at balls. Town hall is a little bit further down. Less forces there. Seems that all the focus is on balls. All the focus is on the balls,
As it should be.
and you, Etterath, have just the thought of I will say this: Pierre Roop is what you think he is. That's a concern as well. So I'll say there's balls, there's the town hall, and there's Pierre Roop that are on your mind right now. For all of you.
You recognize either of these people?
I don't know them personally, but I have to think that they were probably hidden amongst Beal this whole time. Can I search one of them for a sending stone?
You can really quickly, search them for a sending stone. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
6.
No, they have no identifying things on them right now. They just have weaponry. They have one of them has a short sword and a longbow, and the other one has a rapier and a dagger.
Can I maybe make a perception check at the town hall to see, kind of sort of what's going on there? Or cool.
Make a perception check for the town hall.
The
see what's going on there.
tickling at my dice. Let's see what happens. Oh, I got a 10. I got double digits on my dice.
I
Thank
gotta
you.
tickle your dice more often.
Oh, okay. And then what am I adding to it?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. 15.
Looking down there's definitely 2 guys at the front there that are just not engaging. They're just scanning, making sure no one's coming near. Yeah, that's all you can really tell.
I say we go for the town hall. Civilians versus trained magic users.
And they seem to be protecting it.
Yep. Don't want anywhere near there versus over there.
Should we not split up and try and take care of both of them?
I was going to suggest it. I'm down for that.
Fine. I'll go for balls.
I thought you went the other way.
Azorith, you with me. Come on.
All right.
Bucket, where do you go? Bucket, what? Oh, Bucket.
Bucky's
Bucky's going to
like
balls.
like Broly, like and like his muscles are kind of swelling and shit like that. And you see he pulls out just a hand axe, and as he pulls out his hand axe, he looks at you and his eyes are like glowing that same color as his tattoos. You watch as he kind of gestures around himself and his legs start to move almost like Looney Tunes running fast motion as he casts a Zephyr Strike on himself. And he doesn't say a word. He sprints. He just goes straight for the Balls Academy.
Okay, I'll run after Bucky.
Okay.
Wait for me. I'm gonna go with them as well.
God,
You know what's going on. You've been here.
I just fucking left him. I gotta find Pierre Roop. Gonna try it.
Okay.
Here we
go. Splitting the party.
Three-way.
Excellent.
Do we want to go with him?
Look, at this point, I trust you guys.
Fuck. Okay, we're going down.
Horrible mistake, really.
You going town hall?
Yeah.
Town hall. Okay. And balls. Okay. And you're going to find...
I gotta fucking find Pierre Roop. This is my fucking responsibility.
Okay. Here we go. We're going to start off with you guys running for the town hall. You sprint your way down through the center there. As you do, these 2 guys spot you coming towards them.
As I'm running, I'm just going to use an action to cast Mage Armor. And so it'll just be like a shadowy sort of exterior kind of goes over Azorith's chest.
I got one of those as well. My
Excellent.
shield pops out.
Shields up. Can I go ahead and I'm going to get everyone to roll initiative rolls. It'll just tell you as I dip between stories what's going on here.
Nat 20 for a 22.
22 for Safirith.
Natural 20 for 23.
Jesus
23
Christ.
for Azorith.
I got 2.
For a total of... Okay.
For a total of 2.
Etterath.
16.
16 for Etterath. Agenar. 7. Azorith, you are darting your way down towards these guys. They are at about 100 feet from you. You see one of them's peeling back their sexy little arms to take a shot at you with an arrow, with a longbow. What would you like to do? You're up first.
As Azorith is running, he's sort of going to lift his wand and use a lightning bolt at the guy drawing his arrow at me.
Okay, yeah. A lightning bolt at the archer there. He's going to make a dex save, I believe. He's got +4 to this roll. Keep me accountable. That's a nat 20 for a 24.
He takes half.
Excellent. As you fire off this lightning bolt, burns through the street towards this motherfucker.
He takes 26 halved.
26 halved for a 13. Excellent. As this lightning bolt fires through, cops him in the chest. You watch. Is there anything else you wish to do as you move ever so closer?
No, that's action. I'm not going to use my bonus action. Or I guess I'll be using bonus action to sort of dash and do my full movement forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Movement. Bonus action, you can't dash because you're not a rogue.
Oh, no. Yeah, so just a movement.
Excellent. So you get a little bit closer. One of the guy up front, he looks to have a rapier in one hand, a dagger in the other. He's going to step down from the steps and kind of do this cheesy kind of rapier up to his head, rapier down to his side, dagger curved at the top there. He is going to hold an action, bringing us down to by us. What would you like to do?
How far away from them am I?
You'd be about 100 feet.
Well, then I'm going to move 30 feet closer. How far away from Azorith am I?
Azorith? You mean? Yeah.
Well, I
it's a different character. different campaign.
Everyone names their fucking characters. Goddamn same.
Exactly.
I'm just 30 feet in
It's
front
like
of you.
30
at this
feet in
point.
front of you. Yeah.
So, because you moved to full complement.
Yes.
So you moved 60. Okay, great.
No,
I used
he
just
moved
30. I used my action.
You'd be at the same point now.
I just say
Side
stay
by side.
close because you get +4 if you stay within 30 feet of me.
Will
to all your
do.
saving throws.
And I'll kind of just go behind bias a bit.
And then 90 feet away, I'm going to cast Hex.
Excellent. On the swashbuckler or the archer?
The swashbuckler.
Excellent. The swashbuckler is now hexed.
And that's my movement and action.
Beautiful. You guys, as you run closer and closer, you can see through the doorway there is movement. There seems to be the receptionist, the assistant to the mayor, is on the ground there. Seems to be lying face down, arm kind of bent underneath. Azorith, back around to you. What would you like to do?
As I'm sort of half hiding behind or using bias as a shield, I'll peek out, and with Azorith's left hand, he'll cast just a Ray of Frost on the swashbuckler.
Excellent. Ray of Frost on the swashbuckler. Go ahead and fuck me up.
Can I just... My Hex is a bonus action, so could I have double moved and then bonus action?
Yeah, cool. Absolutely. Cool. Yeah. Big boy turtle is 30 feet in front of you. And then you run up to meet him.
I'll do that. Yeah. And then as I get to bias, I'll just release a Ray of Frost. 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits the swashbaggly.
8 points of frost damage, and he's also has reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Excellent. You send out these icy shards that wrap onto him. You see they kind of pin his feet to the ground for a moment, and he kind of lifts them up. I'll try and debug the table that has a very important recording device on it. Excellent. With that, this archer is going to take 2 shots at you, Azorith. The caster is Dangares. The first shot is a 9 to hit you. The second shot is a 17 to hit you.
I'm going to use Reaction Shield. It'll put my AC to 20.
The shot bounces off, and the archer kind of curses and takes a couple steps back. That brings us down to the swashbuckler. The swashbuckler is gonna hold. Is also gonna back off. The swashbuckler is gonna back 20 feet, back up the steps, almost beside the archer. Kind of lean over and say, "Warn him." And the archer kind of steps back a little bit more and turns its head inside. That brings us down to Bias. What would you like to do?
So I'm now 60 feet away from the nearest guy again? Because it was
3, 6. No, you'd be 30 feet away, didn't you?
Didn't they just move back 20, you said?
You're 30 feet away.
All right, great.
Just get there.
30 feet away, I charge at him, and as I'm charging, I'm just going to attack one-handed.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to roll to hit.
Excellent. So, as you roll to hit, can you roll with advantage, please?
A 12 to hit.
Excellent. As your tiredness is kind of seeping in, you feel this burst of energy as you go to attack. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite help you, but thus is what happens.
Then I'm just going to swing again.
Go
for it. He's got that. With advantage?
Nope, just that first one.
Nope, 2.
2, yeah. You swing at this guy twice. He seems real cagey and seems to be able to duck.
He's got the high ground.
Dive, and dodge. And he gets around you, unfortunately. At this point, Azorith, you're almost there. You watch as the archer kind of leans through the door and just goes and whistles really loudly through the interior of the town hall there. What would you like to do?
I mean, already warned. I'm going to use 2 charges of my wand.
Hell yeah.
On the archer at the door. It's the archer?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to just try and get him with another lightning bolt.
Full on lightning bolt?
Using 2 charges of...
Yeah, at this point, because they're both backing up, if you can kind of get around Bias, you'd be able to hit...
We'd totally do that,
2 of them? Yeah,
so
excellent.
Azorith would kind of do a 360 around Bias and point the wand out, just using Bias as a little bit of cover.
Yeah, excellent.
And it's just lightning bolt just...
He's just over my shoulder.
Goes for him.
That's 2 dex saves. Is that 2 dex saves?
That is... yeah.
Yeah, so a +4 to the archer for a 16. And...
It is 15.
Okay, so that's half damage, and +4 to the swashbuckler as well for a 13.
But one of them fails.
Swashbuckler's going to take the full brunt because he is in front.
So they both take 27 points of damage. One of them is halved.
Okay, so 27 points. Caleb, be useful. What's 27 points halved?
What are you attacking mostly?
13.5.
Their dex?
Which
The
dexterity.
You're attacking their dex? Just going forward, because I didn't read this part, but I'm going to choose dexterity, and your target has disadvantage on ability checks, so that chosen ability.
Ability checks, not saving throws. Okay. As this cackles through, you watch as the swashbuckler takes it full on in the chest, just like right in front of you, Bias. And it kind of burns through him, hits the archer at the back there. He's looking hurt. The archer's looking not too shabby, but they're standing their ground.
Bias, they're warning them.
Great. More for us.
Okay, that brings us down to the archer. The archer is going to fire off one at... You watch as the archer steadies his feet and takes a big breath and like takes his time with this shot at you, Azorith. 2 shots at you, Azorith, you filthy caster. That is a 15 to hit you.
That's my AC.
Okay. You take...
First attack, I'm going to shield. Yeah, I'm going to shield.
Okay.
Could you hear
I got my first level.
Could you hear it in his voice?
Second attack coming at you. That is a 17 to hit you.
Does not hit.
Not with the shield up. Again,
Thank God I did.
boom, boom. These arrows bouncing off you. The swashbuckler is going to whip in at you, Bias. He gets 2 rapier attacks, 1 dagger attack. The first rapier attack is an 8 to hit as he kind of swipes out with the rapier. He goes back in. He goes under this time. That was very nearly a crit for a 25 to hit you.
Yeah, that hit.
Yeah, 25 to hit you with the rapier. You take a tasty 9 points of piercing damage, and as he swings in with the dagger right at the end there, that is going to be a 22 to hit you with the dagger. Okay. And you take a beautiful 7 points of piercing damage with that dagger as he misses with the first one, comes up under and kind of slips up under your armor there, your shell there, and hits you, and then rakes the blade across your cheek there. Brings us down to you, Bias.
I'm going to do 2 attacks back.
Go for it.
The new dice.
Yeah.
He's in jail. And that is a 4.
Okay.
That's 5. That's a 9.
You swing back at him, and he kind of parries you with his rapier, kind of guides your hammer hit off to the side there.
And a second attack. And a 5.
What is going on?
He looks up, he looks back at the archer, and he says, "Never mind, we've got this. It's fine." These guys look to be, one looks to be Githyanki, one looks to be some sort of, like a Vidalcan, a half Vidalcan, half Dragonborn, like a blue guy with like scales coming off it, like some terrible makeup you would have seen in like early Doctor Who kind of villains and things like that. Excellent.
Are they both wearing chains?
They both appear to have chains around their necks. That brings us to Azorith.
Come on, Bias. Show up, man.
I'm just making you do the work after fucking us.
Well, let's try and get out of here alive. And then I'm just going to shoot a ray of frost at the archer.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and shoot a ray of frost at the archer. You guys are dueling it out on the steps here. Arcane things and hammers being swung around. What's my ray of frost?
23. It's just a hit.
23 definitely
23
hits.
to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
6.
6 points of damage.
And
okay.
is reduced to 10?
Reduced
by
10.
10.
Yeah,
by
reduced
10.
by 10. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Beautiful. That brings us down to our archer himself. He is going to back into the corridor 20 feet. He's going to fire out 2 shots at you once again. The first one is a nat 1, and you watch as he fires. His bowstring snaps.
25.
As his bowstring
I need it.
snaps. That was a 1, wasn't it? Did I knock that to a 7? Okay. Bowstring snaps, and he kind of puts it down, and he's going to use 20 feet of movement in. He seems to be retreating inside. That brings us down.
See, you got this.
Brings us down to
Right.
our swashbuckler. The swashbuckler is going to use the bonus action disengage as he kind of steps under and away from you, Biased. He is going to step back. As he steps back, he's going to take bonus action disengage. He's going to take 2 rapier attacks at you, Azorith. The first one is a 11 to hit. The second is a 25 to hit.
Nah, I'm not gonna. I gotta take that one.
Okay. You take 5 points of piercing damage, and he's going to rake the dagger at you as he steps away, Bias, for a 15 to hit you.
Wait, you can disengage and attack me at the same... Like, what?
Disengage is a bonus. Oh, no, sorry, you can't do the dagger attack. Yes, thank you. So he does 2 rapier attacks at Azorith, and then he's going to use his 30 feet of movement to get inside, just inside the doorway there. You see as he steps inside the doorway and hits Shadow, becomes a little bit difficult to see, but he's still definitely there. As you guys are stepping up the step we're going to cut back to Etterath real quick. Etterath, where are you heading?
First, I'm going to head back to Sax's and Arwen's place.
Mm-hmm. As you're running across and you run through the buildings, you see a lightning bolt just kind of go across the ground there, and you see Azorith and Bias moving forward. Azorith wand out.
Oh, good for them. And then I am also going to shift.
Okay. As you shift, would you like to describe what happens?
As Etterath is running, his heart pumping, just sort of yelling at himself, he goes, "Fucking idiot. You're the one that did this. This is your fault. I'm going to be the one to fucking fix it."
Muscles swell, hair grows, nails grow as you shift into a beast.
All right, Pierre, where are you? I'm going to try to sniff for the whiskey on his breath.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a perception roll with advantage for me.
Bringing it back.
There's a reason for everything.
That would be a 22.
22. You sniff the air, and it leads you back around back of Balls, the Balls Academy. You can hear the fighting happening inside. You can hear the fire crackling, the screams of people being slaughtered. And as you head around the back there, you see 2 things. You can smell the whiskey in the air, and it seems to be coming from in the tree line in the mist, but that's not what catches you. What catches you is the rear door of Balls that you remember sneaking out with invisibly that time that you snuck out there. That bursts open, and you watch as Sax is kind of thrown back onto the ground as what appears to be another archer steps out with an individual who seems to be seems to have a large blade, but the blade appears to be black and shadowy, similar to what you would have seen if as Azorith was kind of doing his arcana, if you were around for that. And these 2 individuals are kind of stepping out. They kind of glance back, pull the door shut, and kind of stalk after Sax. They say, "None should be left alive." And as they move towards Sax, you catch sight of Pierre-Loup hiding just behind the tree line in the mist. As you step forward, this shadow assassin is going to get the first attack on Sax. That is so Sax is going to get hit once. Okay, Sax is going to get hit once for 8 points of piercing damage, 10 points of necrotic damage, and you watch as she gets hit by that. She seems to get ever so weaker as her strength seems to be sapped by that blow. As she's hit by that blow, you watch as the archer kind of steps forward to hit her, swings around and spots you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to... how far are they away from me?
They're about like 30 feet from you in front of you.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm going to run up to them.
Fix past mistakes.
I'm going to go up to the big
You're
guy.
200 feet away.
I'm going to go to the big guy first.
Yeah, you're going to the shadow assassin?
Yeah, I'm going to go to that guy first. And I'm going to fucking stab him.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit this shadow assassin.
That is a 21.
A 21 definitely hits, yeah.
22.
Yeah. Is your weapon a magical weapon?
It is not.
Beautiful, thank you.
I'm a scrub.
Thank you.
But I am also going to smite on this.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and rub some smite on that.
So he takes 11 points of piercing damage.
Excellent.
He takes 12 points of radiant damage.
Nice, excellent. As that radiant damage wallops him, he kind of stands back. You watch as that shadow kind of flitters a little bit, does not like that radiant damage at all. Is there anything else you wish to do?
As my bonus action, I'm going to stab him with my dagger.
Go for it, yeah. Go ahead and stab him with your dagger.
That is a 21.
21 definitely hits, yeah.
I have multi-attack. I'm first going to swing at him again with my rapier as part of my attack action, and then I'm going to swing at him again with my dagger.
Go for it. Yeah. 2 rapiers and 1 dagger as you...
Second rapier is a 18.
18 does hit.
13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm just going to smite on all these. 6 points of radiant damage.
Excellent. Make sure you're marking off those spell slots as you... hitting with those smites, and give me that dagger strike. Definitely hit. You already rolled it.
7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage. Excellent. As you jab out, shank in.
Another 8 points of radiant damage.
8 points of radiant damage. Yeah, excellent. This radiant energy coming off him. You watch as this gold chain kind of jangles a little bit on his neck. On this Genasi's neck. Looks to be a fire Genasi, but you feel no heat or anything coming off them. Excellent. That's going to bring us down to our archer. They are going to steady themselves, and they are going to hit you twice. Try to hit you twice. The first one's going to miss.
They do not get
Second one's
advantage if
gonna
they're trying to... At any point, they get advantage on me. No, they don't.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
That's my shifter ability.
I was going to say, I'm sure there's a reason, but it sounds like you're just being like, because I say so.
You're 10, like, you can't, so.
As he tries to fire at you, it unfortunately shoots them both off. Like, seeing your feral appearance freaks them out. They shoot off into the forest there. You hear them hitting the timber. You hear Pierre kind of mutter a little bit and kind of scurry along ever so slightly, bringing us back around to the shadow ass in. He's going to look at the archer and say, "Get the job done." He is then going to hit Sax twice on the ground there. The first is definitely going to hit, and the second, they were almost 2 crits, an 18 and a 19 plus things. So she takes 9 plus another 5, so 14 points of damage there, of piercing damage. She's then going to also take 10 points of necrotic damage. So 24 plus 13 is 37 points of damage with that hit. She looks hurt, and she is then also going to lose my entire screen here. As she gets hit, you watch as her muscles seem to, almost like being like Cell from Dragon Ball Z, her muscles seem to kind of shrink down ever so slightly with those hits, and she kind of lying on the ground, crippled there. He is going to hold his ground there, get the job done. That brings us down to you, Etterath.
I'm gonna stab Big Boy twice with my rapier, and then I'm gonna throw my dagger at the archer.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Go ahead. Wait. Yeah, that was 2 hits. Yep, beautiful. Go for it.
I know the number. There's 18.
18 to hit him. Big Boy. Yeah, Big Boy. Definitely hits Big Boy.
I'm just gonna keep it on this page. Second one is a natural 1.
Okay. With that natural 1, you stick it in, and it kind of bends and flips, and you lose your dagger just next to Sax on the ground. Your rapier, sorry. The first one does hit, though, but with a nat 1, you drop it.
Yep. And then I'm going to throw my dagger at the other guy.
Excellent.
For a 20 unnatural.
20 does hit, yeah, absolutely.
So first guy takes 9 points of piercing and 12 points of radiant.
Excellent. So, with that first hit, boom, and with the radiant damage, you kind of twist a little bit, and your rapier's kind of launched from your hand. You're like, fuck! You throw that dagger across at the archer. It strikes true, upper chest area.
7 points of piercing.
Nice. 7 points of piercing damage as it thwack hits him in the shoulder there. He wheels back. He's gonna. Anything else you wish to do?
You're gonna fucking give that back to me, whether I have to take it out of your skull and shove it up your ass again, or you can play nicely.
He is going to snarl, and he's going to fire off 2 arrow shots at you.
Good.
As he does, you see him steady himself, and does a 22 hit you.
22 hit.
22 hit. Okay. So you take... Shit, that's full damage for one of them. You take 14 points of piercing damage, and you feel that arrow as one flies past you. That arrow hits with a little bit of extra force. You're not sure why that may be.
There goes all my temp hit points.
Excellent.
On my shift.
Brings us back around top to the Shadow Assassin. The Shadow Assassin is looking really badly hurt, but he is going to take 2 more swipes down and say, "Death to the Bellman." That is going to be a hit. That is going to be a hit as well. Yeah, that is going to be a hit as well. That's
Maybe
10
I will have a
points.
chance with Mistress Air.
Plus 10, 18.
Grieving Widow. That's your in.
Get him in there.
That's your in.
18 plus 12 is 30.
Do the shoulder she'll cry on.
Okay. And
It's
let's
okay.
make sure of
It's
it.
okay.
You watch as this shadow blade strikes into her, and with every
Oh, did he move past me at all?
no, he's standing right over her.
Oh, damn.
Like you haven't moved him from her. And he is just laying into her. You watch as the muscles atrophy and kind of they become skin and bones. She's kind of like sapped of her strength. You watch as she drops unconscious. That brings us to you, Etterath. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up my sword,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna stab the fool.
Absolutely.
And then I'm going to. I gotta check. I can do something. I can do something. Get him out of there. What is it? What's the thing? Come on. No, not that one. I'm going as a bonus action. I'm going to channel divinity and activate Fury of the Tides.
Okay, so I should clear up because you got a nat one of dropping your weapon. You need to use a bonus action or an action to pick up that weapon. I can say I will say you're allowed to use one of your attack actions if you wish, because I like to play fast and loose with your attack actions.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So one of your attack actions to pick it up, you cast Fury of24 definitely hits. This is on the Shadow Assassin?
On the Shadow Assassin.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm going to do a whole bunch here. He takes 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay, excellent.
And then he takes... I'm going to use second level spell slot for this. 14 points of radiant damage.
Excellent.
And then the motherfucker is blown back 10 feet from me. And if he hits an obstacle or another creature, he takes 2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so he flips over the top of Sax's body and is kind of blown back 10 feet from you, hits the ground and kind of slides a little bit. Does not hit anyone, but he is 10 feet away from you on the ground.
And then I'm going to walk up to him.
Okay, yeah, you walk up to him, yeah.
Fuck, how much hit points does this guy have? Jesus.
He's got literally 2 left. You guys are fighting some bad things.
Individually.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the end of my turn.
This is my fucking point. The archer's going to walk over to the nat 20, but a 17 because it's a disadvantage because she's prone. And that is a nat 1. Okay. One arrow hits Sax's dead body there, or unconscious body. The second arrow, the bow slips. And he's like, shit. And he starts to try and put it back around again. That brings us back around to our Shadow Assassin. The Shadow Assassin is going to...
I can't keep her up. I'm not a healer. I only have a little bit of healing. It takes my entire action.
The Shadow Assassin is going to stand. He's going to stand and hit you with the Shadow Blade.
I'm fine with that. I got hit points. I'm fine.
14 and a 17 to hit you.
14 just misses. 17 hits because I do not have my shield on right now.
Okay. You take 8 points of piercing damage. You then also take 12 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score is reduced by 2 for the time being. As you
use that.
As you feel your muscles kind of... if it's reduced to 0, you die. Yep. But for now, this is what's happening. Excellent. That brings us around to you, Etterath, over the top of this guy.
I'm gonna fucking stab him again.
Okay, go ahead and stab him again.
24.
24 definitely hits.
You're hitting, man.
You do? What the fuck? I was all over 15 this whole fight.
I think he needs it.
We all have good days and we all have bad days.
Okay, I gotta do damage first. Let's see. Okay, 11 points. Piercing.
How do you want to do this?
Yes.
I'm gonna, as he hits me, I go, "Oh, you cheeky motherfucker!" And I'm gonna stab him, and he's just gonna fly into the wall and just sort of crash into the wall.
Yeah, excellent.
And then I'm gonna look over at the archer, point him, and go, "You're next." Run up to him, and then
Yeah, you can get up to the archer. Absolutely.
20 unnatural.
Definitely hits.
16.
You're
Yeah, I'm watching it. It's incredible.
7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage.
And then I'm going to smite.
Go ahead, yeah. Smite on top of that.
10 points of radiant damage.
10 points of radiant damage. Excellent. Is there anything else you wish to do?
As my bonus action, can I just grab the dagger out of his shoulder?
Yeah, I'll say so. Yeah, you grab the dagger out of his shoulder. As you grab the dagger out of his shoulder, at the end of your turn, he uses one of his actions to restring the bow.
Actually, he will also fly back 10 feet into the wall.
Okay, not to the wall because you're fighting. If the wall is here, you're fighting on this axis. So yeah, but he flies 10 feet away from her. He is going to get up, redo his bow. He's going to walk up towards her, and he's going to unleash 2 shots at her. And as he pulls back the drawstring and lets go of the bow, that's where we're going to come back next week.
Oh my god.
Miss.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Thanks for listening to Theater of the Mind Flayer.
We go live on all good podcast app every Tuesday at what time?
I don't know. Do you know?
No.
Every time?
All the times, 2 a.m., 7 p.m. If you like what you heard,
Leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to.
and if you didn't like it, then
Then turn it off and never listen to it again.
no, they could turn it on and listen to it again and find something better about it, and they actually like it.
That works.
Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and
Instagram at Theater of the Mind Flayer.